There'd be plenty of that. He looked down at the pages on the table in front of him. A letter as wicked and full of trouble as anything he'd ever seen. He set his other papers on top of it. We'll get on with the agenda. Everyone's got a copy? Left mine at home. That was Wade Harris. The man could just barely be bothered to come to the meetings, and likely as not he had some hand in the letter and its trouble. Patsy handed Wade a copy of the agenda. First item, Joe said. Contract to pave 5 miles of Marker Highway. Winning bid was Smoky Mountain Paving. We need a motion to award the contract. I'll move. Second. Louise and Randy again. Motion and second. Any discussion? Wait. Wade again, of course. Which road? Marker Highway, Randy McCoy said, from Wardsville to past the interstate. What happened to Gold River Highway? I thought that was next. That's next on the list. It's not funded yet. So when does Gold River Highway get paved? Wade asked. Whenever it gets funded, Randy said. Any more discussion? Joe asked. The little there'd been had been more than enough. He didn't know Wade enough to trust him, and he didn't much care to know him better anyway. And tonight he was trusting him even less. Voting to award the contract, he said. He wanted the meeting to be over, more than he ever had. Go ahead, Patsy. Mrs. Brown? Yes. Mr. Esterhouse? Yes. Eliza? I vote no. Mr. Harris? What if we all vote no? Wade asked. Randy answered, I'll be voting yes. I mean, what if the board votes no? Wade said. The road doesn't get paved? Lyle? Joe said, and Lyle startled. The poor county manager was as jumpy as a rabbit anyway. Explain what happens if we don't award the contract. Joe, when we sent out the request for bids, we said the contract would be awarded to the qualified low bidder. If you don't award it, they could bring a lawsuit. So why do we even vote? Wade asked. The county can't enter into a contract without the supervisors voting, Lyle said. So we have to vote, but we have to vote yes? Whatever. I vote yes. Mr. McCoy? Patsy said. Yes, Randy said. 4 in favor, 1 opposed. The motion passes, Joe said. Why was she voting that way? Every vote she'd be reminding him that Mort wasn't here. The reporter was awake and scribbling. Keep going. Next item. There'd be more bickering about this one, too. Nomination to a county board. Mr. Stephen Carter has agreed to serve on the Planning Commission to fill the open seat. Joe checked his watch again. He'd give them 5 minutes for their squabble. You see his qualifications. Is there a motion to appoint him? Wade Harris stifled a yawn. I move we appoint him. Louise. I'll second. Motion and second, Joe said. Any discussion? Joe? Randy McCoy was shaking his head. I'm not sure about it. Mr. Carter certainly seems to be a nice man and real smart, and I appreciate his willingness. But I just think someone should live here in the county for a while before we appoint him to the Planning Commission. Carter himself was in the audience. How long have you lived here, Mr. Carter? Joe asked. 5 years, sir. How long do you think he should have to live here? Wade asked. Randy frowned. Well, maybe longer than that, especially if he doesn't live right here in town. Wade frowned back at him. Now that's your real problem, isn't it? He doesn't live right here in town. Your problem is that he lives in Gold Valley. He held up 5 fingers. We've got 5 places on the Planning Commission. One's empty, that we're filling, and one's Dwayne Fowler, and he lives in Marker. He folded down 2 fingers. And the other 3 are Ed Fiddler, who's your next-door neighbor, and Humphrey King, who's your cousin, and you. He pointed right at Randy. Well, I think it's about time there was someone from Gold Valley on the commission. It's as much a part of the county as Wardsville. Joe just